Los Angeles has always been a powerhouse in hip hop, and West Coast rap is dominating the industry now more than ever. It is home to some of the greatest to ever do it, but there's also an influx of female rappers dominating the charts right now. Despite their success, some would argue the rap scene has gotten overly sexualized and manipulated by TikTok viral trends. But hidden in plain sight amongst the mainstream noise, there's Tspokes, and I just had to meet her. Today I'm in Hollywood at a dive bar turned music venue called Harvard and Stone, and I'm here to see Tspokes perform. It's one thing to make music for social media and post videos online, but it's a whole nother ballgame performing live and bringing that energy. And let me say, she did not disappoint. She shut that place down. She had the crowd going wild. But before I watch her take the stage, we met up at Adobe Studios to learn more about what she does.
First, I want to get it out of the way. You are from the IE.
Yes.
Where are you from?
San Bernardino.
Wow, San Bernardino. And
Yes.
you came all the way out here. I feel like I have a special place in my heart for the IE. I'm from the high desert area.
Okay.
But, adjacent to the IE, but I love seeing all the talent coming out of the Inland Empire right now.
Yes.
When I first came across you on Instagram, it was like a damn moment. Like, damn! You can rap your ass off.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Where does that come from? What influences that? Where did you find your flow?
It's honestly crazy because I'm the only one in my family who I know that can rap, so my parents say that all the time too. They're like, I don't know where she got that from. Like she can rap. My dad, he brags about it to everybody. I think honestly just my influence in music, probably the music I was exposed to growing up, maybe, that helped shape my sound, my cadence, my flow. Like my mom listened to a lot of different like West Coast artists, Snoop Dogg, DJ Quick, things of that nature. So I think that kind of helped with my cadence and my flow. But as far as teaching me how to rap, just gotta get it.
These niggas got me pissed off. About to turn these lemons into chicken like I'm Rick Ross. I be talking shit, I'm way too smooth with the shit talk. Another trip tomorrow, book a flight and then I lift off. Hot chili pepper, talking spicy, I drip sauce. Jumping out the gym when it get time for the tip off. Ain't nobody trying to be unique, got some rip offs. And moving ass backwards like a member of Crisscross.
I don't know where it came from.
I love that. When I talk to a lot of artists, it feels like there's always some backstory. Like, my dad was a rapper, my mom was a rapper.
Right.
I kind of hear that, but you're like, no, I just
rap.
I love when it comes easy like that.
Yeah.
How do you think being from San Bernardino influences your sound? Does it influence it at all? I mean, I know you talked about West Coast, but
I wouldn't say, because, I was born in Long Beach. I would say my Long Beach influence kind of influences me more because I listen to, like I said, the Snoop Dogs and the Nate Dogs and who, 213, DPG. I listened to all of that growing up. So, cadence-wise, I think that influenced me. I think growing up in San Bernardino, probably just maybe different things I've experienced maybe, have helped shape the subject matter in my music. But I think to me that's the only influence that I've really had. I mean, I did spoken word growing up out there too, so that was a big influence for me doing spoken word.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah. I did spoken word when I was in middle school. And that's actually where my rap game came from because I always rapped since I was younger. But when I did the spoken word, to me, it's like, oh, this is like rapping without a beat. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I was looking for my rap name, I'm like, okay, my first name is Tierra. And then I know how to do poetry. I know how to rap. So Tspokes. Let's just put the spoken word and T together and just make Tspokes. So that inspired, my name as a whole, artist.
I love that. That's so cool.
Thank you.
I do want to talk about real quick because on your Instagram, something that stood out to me, and I've listened to it more times than I can count, is you did a freestyle over Tony anniversary.
Yes, I did.
Get ready for me, I'ma wake the game up. Yeah, it's like I can't stop. Running up against the wind and dodging raindrops. Wear my heart on my body like a tank top. Hit them with another one and watch their face drop.
I would have never thought that beat, would go with a freestyle or rap, but it sounds like it's your beat. It doesn't even sound like Tony. How did that come about?
So me and my manager came up with this concept for me to do content called Tspokes Tuesdays. Even though they haven't been dropping on Tuesdays anymore, I've been
we don't have to talk about that.
Right. So But the whole concept behind it is my first video that went viral on TikTok was me rapping to a death row beat, like an old death row beat. So after that, we're like, okay, they like to hear me rapping over like the nostalgic type of beat. So me personally, I'll just go through and pick songs that I like, and then whatever inspires me. I was listening to the anniversary, and I'm like, verse to this. And so I went to the studio, laid it down. I didn't even expect the reaction that it got, because I didn't really spend that much time on it. Like, I just kind of did it, and then everybody's like, "Oh, that's just great." I was like, "Oh, thank you." But that's the story behind it. I just listened to the song, it just inspired me. I listened to different things, and it just sparked in my head, and I'm like, "Oh, I need to write to this, or I need to record to this, I need to rap to this." It just makes me feel something. So yeah, I love 2020. I love them.
It's crazy because I feel like you are, I'd argue, one of the most versatile in the game right now. One of the, most authentic and best female rappers out there. But I don't want to say female rapper. I don't want to put you in a box.
Right.
Because I feel like you could wrap circles around a lot of males out there too.
Hey, let's talk about it.
Yes. Have you experienced any differences being, in the female rap game compared to the male? Or do you feel like it's just a level playing field and you're just showing off out here?
That's a great question. I feel like my skill set in being an artist has separated me from everybody else. I wouldn't say it's a level playing field, because I think the stage of hip hop right now, a lot of female artists talk about certain things, and it's a trend. So, a lot of people are like very sexualized, or, talk about their bodies, or talk about money, or getting money from a dude, stuff like that. I look at it from the world's point of view. So it's like, okay, I look at things that affect me, and then I put it into my music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think honestly, me being a female rapper amongst other guys has given me more respect, because then the guys look at me like, oh, she can hang with us. Like, she can rap. It catches people by surprise. So that's the cool thing about it, I would say. But yeah, it's dope. The being a level playing field, I don't know, because guys do get a little bit more when it comes to being a rapper. But I do think that the ladies are in an amazing place right now.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that this is our time where we're emerging. We're like, okay, they're noticing like, okay, the girls can hang with the guys. They're probably even better than the guys. So,
There's a space for everyone, right?
Everybody, yeah, definitely.
I love that. I also read, I was doing some research on you, but I read your Shout Out LA article.
Okay. Yeah.
And two things that stuck out to me is that you talk about authenticity and consistency.
Yes.
And love that. I preach authenticity so much, and I think we need more of it in the music industry. But consistency is also a very important thing. How do you feel like your work has been influenced by authenticity, but also consistency? And how do you keep that going?
I would say I think my work has been influenced by authenticity and consistency, because before I had a time where I wasn't as consistent. And you can see the difference between you knowing that you have a dream and knowing that you're good at something, but you're not putting 100% towards it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had like a lot of long talks with my manager, and he's like, discipline, consistency, what you spend your time on, that's what matters. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's true. And then with the authenticity, I remember like years ago, I was going through a stage where I was trying to rap over beats that were popular. Like, so certain sounds are popular. So at that time, it was like parties, party songs, like ratchet type songs. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can rap on those type of beats. And I remember producers tell me all the time, you're too good to rap on these type of beats. I don't know why you're rapping on these type of beats. And then that kind of clicked in my head, like, maybe I should just try to just do what I want to do, not what everybody else is like following, So, those two things are key to me in my career, because you have to be authentic. That's how you gain your audience. People, by being transparent, you can't go and put on a front and try to act like the next person. That's not how, I pride myself on being me, being T. No, I was gonna say T-er. But being Tspokes, I pride myself on that. And consistency, I'm in a game where it's easy to forget about you if you're not in everybody's face 24/7. So I pride myself on being consistent and just putting out quality work.
Since you brought it up, Okay, what would you say the difference between Tierra and Tspokes is?
Oh, that's great.
Or, I mean, obviously they blend together.
Exactly. I think that Tierra is very laid back. Very, very laid back. I'm very observant. I'm quiet. I'm talkative as well, but when I get around a certain setting with people I don't know, I'm very just observant, just watching everybody. And I think Tspokes turns it on like that. That's the difference. Because people will meet me and be like, "Oh, you're so sweet. You're so quiet. I heard you rap." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, who is this person?" So that it's because people have told me it's like two different people. Two different people. They'll meet me and then they see me on stage and they're like, "Oh, you're just two different people." Literally two different people. So I would say Tierra is just more chill, laid back, watching the scene. And then Tspokes, she's with the action. She's by everything. Like, she rises to the occasion. If anything comes in front of me, Tspokes is gonna take that on. I swear, because I go from being nervous, and then as soon as the light come on, music turns on, I feel it. I'm a totally different person. It's like I just jump out of my shell. So I feel like they are two different people for sure.
That's amazing.
For sure.
I was just about to ask, okay, how do you get out of that? Like when you have to perform, you have to go to a cipher.
Mhm.
That sounds nerve-wracking to me. Someone who doesn't do that. So does it just come naturally? But I think you kind of answered that.
Well, as far as my preparation, I'm very spiritual, so I pray for sure. I pray before ciphers or any opportunity that I have to showcase my talent. I just make sure I pray to take the nerves away, to bring my anxiety down, so I can, And then another coping mechanism that I have is I'll throw on some sunglasses. So before that's a part of
Block everyone out.
part of my visual brand at this point. Like everybody's like, "Oh yeah, T have braids and sunglasses." Yep, that's me, because I'm gonna throw the sunglasses on and just go out there. After that, it's like, okay. Once I throw it on, it's like it's just me in the room. Like I see everybody, but it's just me. So I just kind of zone out and just tap into it and just,
And that's exactly what T did. She turned it on and brought the energy effortlessly. She was in her element that night.
From time to time, I do it frequently. And don't sit at my table if you can't afford to eat with me. A bitch don't really need to ask for bars to try to beat to me. Telling niggas spots and shit, a game of fun to keep to me. Pretty ass just up before you try and pass a beat to me. Cause I'ma eat you up and gon' split the profits evenly. I be in my bag so I can give you what you need from me. And please don't forget the bottom right before you speak to me, bitch. Keep it on low, keep it rectified. Sleep it up, kill the whole scene. Just specify who's next, nigga go on. I ain't flashing, flashing, cars and
I want to know what's on your playlist. I don't know if you even are listening to anything, if you're locked in on your craft, or like, what is it your go-to right now?
Funny enough, I love R&B. Like R&B, anybody can tell you that knows me. Yeah, R&B is my go-to. I love listening from early '90s R&B, from Jodeci and Keith Sweat and Tony,
Yeah.
to Summer Walker and LMA and SZA. Like I'm a big R&B head, so that's a lot of what I'm listening to. I listen to a lot of artists too. I like a lot of West Coast artists that I appreciate. From West Side Boogie to Jason Cash, like lyricists. I like to see lyricists, Meek Mill or J. Cole. It depends on how I'm feeling, but I'm not against listening to different types of music either, because there's times when I will be driving around and I start playing like classical music. I've done that before, and it's the weirdest thing. It's the weirdest thing. People probably wouldn't expect it. I would be driving around blasting classical music. It just does something to me. So I'm a lover of all things music. All things
Whatever
music.
feels right at that time.
Afro beats, reggae, everything. I love it all.
That's amazing. I love to hear that.
Thank you.
My last final question for you is just, what's your biggest goal? What do you hope to accomplish? I know you are out here hustling. You've already accomplished a lot. Yeah. But what's that end goal for you?
I think that end goal for me is to be established, solidified, and respected as the dopest MC on the West Coast. One of the dopest MCs on the West Coast. I'm taking that stamp. Personally, it's not to toot my own horn. I don't know anybody that can out-rap me. So my point is I want to be legendary. I have the GOAT tattooed on the back of my arm. I embody that. I want to be the greatest of all time. I want to be known as a well-respected artist and lyricist. And not just a lyricist. Some people get put into a box where they can't make songs, but
Right.
oh, you can rap.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person. I want to be the person where it's like she can rap, but her music is relatable. I can feel what she's saying. I feel like I'm going through what she's going through when she's saying, when she's talking. I feel like I'm talking to my audience, you know? So I just want to be solidified, go down in history, like, okay, that's Tspokes. Like, and there's no question about it after they say the name.
That is so refreshing to hear. I feel like you talk to a lot of artists, and nothing against this because it's still goals, but a lot of them are like, yeah, I want to get the Grammy, or I want to make X amount, or be able to buy a house for my mom, which is all amazing. We all want that, but you just want to be the best, not one of the best, not, you know, Grammy worthy. You want to be the best.
The best.
And I love that. That's so refreshing. I have no doubt in my mind that you will be. And then we'll do another interview. You know, you'll be huge, making it big. So you got to remember me.
Yes, I will, of course.
Thank you so much for taking this time. I appreciate you making the trek out here. Of course. This is great. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll do it.